I'm going to take a guess at what your problem might be with this because all of this works exactly as it's supposed to, kind of right out of the box. But you're using a grid to get into the security UX. You didn't really specify how you're setting the value in the UX here. Um, I mean, by default, this is how Alpha sets it up, so that's fine. But you didn't specify what you're doing to pass information through, so I'm going to kind of assume that you're using session variable from your grid, so that's fine if you're doing that. But one of the issues you might be having is that when you changed over your information from the default binding here, you may not have gone back to all your server-side events here. Let's see where they are. Where are they? Right here, and just edited them and saved them again. Is that a possibility? So just click on the server-side action, edit that action, and get back out again, and we'll do it for that one. Edit the action and get back out again. And is there anything else in here? I think those are the only two in there. And then dialog validate has one right there, just one. So do the same thing there. And then after dialog validate, do the same thing there for both of those server-side actions. Just to get in there and edit those. Having done that, what else is there? There's, I don't think there's anything else. So I set up a session variable, so I'm just referencing the session variable. Mine is cur user ID, so session.cur user ID, so that's fine. That's my stuff, and that's how I'm setting this ID in here. And this ID, as you know, is being used in the loading for the action. So there's my ID there. So that's great. So we don't have to change anything there. Just put in your session variable. So let's get out of this. I'll come back to this because there is one other change that's interesting to make here. So here's my grid, pretty much the same as yours. I'm referencing a table I created called TBL registered users. Here's my button, and here we're opening up a UX component. Turn off the used cache UX, so turn that off. We don't want that. Override settings is everything else is default here. I'm opening it up in a window. I haven't changed anything there from its default JavaScript action stuff. In override settings, set session variables. I use this example as advertised right in here. This one for where it's setting var 4. I just did a copy and pasted it in there. So I'm going after my ID, which for me is my ID TBL registered users column or cell, or field rather, sorry. And that's, let's save that. And that's there. So now when I go to working preview, so there's all my users in my TBL users registered users table, and I can edit security for this person, and I'm getting out password and confirm password, and of course I can change that and save it. And I can change roles and change it. So this makes it really, really, really easy, not only to change the password, but also to change the roles if you want to. You may notice that I've got checkboxes in here and multiple roles per person, as opposed to the radio buttons that are in there. Radio buttons only look after one role per user. So I'll show you how I did that. I mean, that's just very, very simple stuff. So we'll get out of that one and go back into another person. And there's Kurt there. There's their role, and there's their password. You can change anything you want, so it just follows process. So I'm guessing you may not have edited those server-side actions just to refresh them. Now let's close this and go back to our UX. And in here for controls, there is originally a radio, it's a radio button in there, radio control. So, and its choices are exactly the same. It's variable and it's user roles. But you may have one or more, you may have more than one role per user. So the really nice thing here is you can just change this to a checkbox, which looks after allowing more than one role to be checked at a time, and that works beautifully. And we'll just get back into our grid again and just go through that one more time. Working preview, and there's I can undo that as well and save it, and then come back into it. Of course, I'm looking up new information now, so it's a really nice way to update information, very easy way to update information online for users. Thanks for watching.